Ruby Rose looks sensational in her Batwoman costume, as the DC Comics superheroine prepares to make the leap from page to screen. The newest character in the CW's Arrowverse hasn't quite touched down just yet, but the network has gone ahead and released a first official look at how the character will appear when she makes her debut in an upcoming crossover event. To sum it up, she looks fierce, comics accurate, and perfectly coiffed. The cape looks nice too. And all this just in time for Halloween. Rose was cast as Batwoman in August, around a month after reports first emerged that the CW was developing a live-action Batwoman series. The new show will complement the other DC Comics superhero series on the network, a lineup which currently includes Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, and Black Lightning. Unlike Black Lightning, which has so far largely stood on its own in the CW superhero slate, Batwoman will associate itself with the other heroes of the Arrowverse right from the jump. Prior to heading up her own series, the Batwoman character will make her first appearance in the 3-part Arrowverse crossover event Elseworlds, which is set to begin on Sunday, December 9th with an episode of The Flash. The event will continue in an episode of Arrow on Monday, December 10th, and conclude with an episode of Supergirl on Tuesday, December 11th. The Batwoman series proper will then follow sometime in 2019. While details on the story of the Elseworlds crossover are somewhat scarce, the title alone seems to imply that the Arrowverse will once again be indulging in some alternate universe shenanigans, as it has to great effect in past crossover episodes like Crisis on Earth X. DC has also announced that the team-up event will introduce comics character The Monitor, a nearly omnipotent, multiverse-hopping entity played by designated survivors LaMonica Garrett. The crossover will also feature first-ever appearances from famed DC Comics reporter Lois Lane, as well as the character Nora Freeze, better known as the wife of Mr. Freeze, whose death notoriously drove the Gotham City villain to a vengeful life of crime. Will The Flash, Arrow, and Supergirl team up to help Batwoman take on Mr. Freeze? There's got to be more to it than that. Mr. Freeze isn't that threatening.
The blood will freeze in my hands!
According to the CW, the crossover will follow the established Arrowverse heroes, minus the Legends of Tomorrow, as they travel to Gotham City, presumably on some sort of crime-fighting adventure. The question is, which Gotham City will they be going to? We know from Arrow and Supergirl that a Gotham City exists on those two characters' Earths. So will this be the Gotham of Earth 1, Earth 38, or another Earth we haven't visited before? The opportunities are endless.
How many are there?
Infinite.
The particular version of Batwoman that Rose will be playing is Kate Kane, who has been presented in the comics as a wealthy heiress in the Gotham City social scene. While we haven't seen her in action yet, reports say that the character will be portrayed as an out-and-proud lesbian and capable street fighter, who is at first reluctant to don the cape, the cowl, and the big red wig. Aren't they always, though? You can't take up a Batmantle without at least a little inner turmoil.
I don't talk about feelings, Alfred. I don't have any. I've never seen one. I'm a night-stalking, crime-fighting vigilante.
It's hard to imagine how you could get much closer to a live-action version of the comic book look than this. Specifically, the design of the costume for the TV series seems to be taking inspiration from the version of the getup popularized by the DC Comics series 52. The most distinguishing feature of the getup is the voluminous shock of red hair cascading out the back of the Batwoman cowl, which could be mesmerizing to see in motion if it's done well. It's already a better red wig than the one Marvel stuck poor Medusa with on that Inhuman show. The one thing this costume snapshot doesn't address is where Batwoman intends to carry all her stuff. That's a pretty slim utility belt after all. Maybe the cape has pockets, or maybe they're still planning on outfitting Batwoman with her classic 1950-era bat purse accessory for those nights when she needs to carry around a change of shoes along with the baton and batarangs. These are the kinds of things you have to think about when you're a fashion-forward crime fighter. Batman and Robin have it easy.